The Vagrancy Act is, piece of legislation that gives municipal government and police powers to, declare a person to be a vagrant and get the court to order them, give them an exclusion order, meaning that we have found that they are not a fit and proper person because of their conduct, especially involving in crime, serious crime, like violence or stroking and inciting ethnic violence, those type of serious crime. Frequently, like we've given them notice or warning. Maybe they've been convicted 1 or 2 times, but still like frequent perpetrators or serial sort of violators of law. That's one side of it. The other side is about dealing with those who are irresponsible and breaking municipal laws, especially like in Port Moresby, for example. Irresponsible people, they knock down our light poles, destroy the cabs, medium strips, drunken drivers, in graffiti, continuous graffiti, defacing and damaging public property. Maybe we catch you twice, 3 times, and we catch you again. We should go to court and declare you to be not a person who is fit to be living among a multi-ethnic, multicultural, multinational to multi-faith community like Port Moresby. So that's basically the essence of the Vagrancy Act. And as you heard in Parliament, it's not a classic like vagrancy. Vagrants who are people who are like unemployed, wandering around, maybe loiterers. They have no particular employment and so on, and may have a tendency to, commit crime or involve in criminal unruly behavior. In our case now, we are more or less declaring vagrants to be people who are habitual criminals. They are especially violent criminals, and more particularly those who are inciting ethnic conflict. As soon as the Speaker of Parliament certifies the law, then we will start to, implement it. Like, we have to implement the law, otherwise what's the use of passing this law? So we are going to implement it. The police can implement it, like, they can select, number of cases, like they're prosecuting a particular suspect for a particular offense, and that suspect might be a repeated, offender, especially in the higher category. Then the police can ask the court to also consider applying the Vagrancy Act as we now have passed. So let's say they're charging somebody under the criminal code for maybe a grievous bodily harm or manslaughter or murder. They can look at the person's profile and decide that, we should also have this person charged under the Vagrancy Act. So they convict the person under the criminal code or summary offences act, but at the same time convict them under the Vagrancy Act, so that when it comes to penalty, the court might say, okay, you're going to serve maybe 5 years or 7 months up at Bomana or whatever prison, but after that you'll be excluded from Port Moresby or Mount Again or Ley. That's how the law can operate. And it can operate by police using their own initiative, or the municipal authorities, be it like NCDC or Ley City, what they call them now, Ley City Authority or Antagan City Authority or Kokopo City Authority and other urban authorities. So, of course, NCDC too, we can commence the proceeding ourselves. Like we catch these people, damaging public property, irresponsible drivers, or knocking down all the power poles all the time. One first notice, second notice, they still keep on doing it. Then this person loses their right to stay in Port Moresby. So we can commence the proceeding ourselves without waiting for the police. Private prosecution. What I want to assure everybody is that the Act does not infringe on all the rights and freedom that is guaranteed in the Constitution. And there's a lot of rights and freedom in the Constitution, from Section 32 all the way to maybe 40-something or 50-something. So a lot of rights and freedom, but this rights and freedom comes with responsibility. It's not a one-way street, and that's the problem that we have been having in PNG, that we insist on our rights and freedom, but we do not balance it with responsibility. We are responsible to our neighbors and everybody else. The Constitution, in fact, says that these rights and freedom are guaranteed, but it comes with responsibility. So what I can explain too is that it's in the past, the old Act, the 1980s Act that the Supreme Court in 1980s declared it unconstitutional. It gave arbitrary powers to the police to declare a person to be a vagrant. But in this law now we just passed, it gives the powers to the courts. We have to go to the court. Neither like a urban authority or municipal government like NCDC can unilaterally or arbitrarily just declare somebody to be a vagrant and escort him or her to the airport and off you go. We can't do that. We have to go to the court. So everybody has the right to go to the court and defend themselves. And secondly, they have the right to appeal. And thirdly, if let's say there's an exclusion order that is granted, but there's some emergency, like you need medical assistance. Because of medical assistance, you have to come back to the Port Moresby, for example. You can apply for variation. So it's really balanced. It's not that arbitrary or type of a very draconian type of laws that maybe in the past people are thinking. Yeah, absolutely. I think maybe we give it like 5 years or something. That's like minimum, or otherwise we can review it regularly. Because our understanding is that, like, okay, we pilot this. It's never been done before. This is the first time. We've drafted it based on our dynamics in Port Moresby. It might be different to Lae and Mount Again and so on. Like Kokopo, for example, is like it's almost like urban rural, almost together. The villages within the vicinity of the township or the city. We have it here in Port Moresby too, like our Motuans and Kotabo village are within the city. So what happens to the, if we have to charge somebody from the village, what happens to them? So those are the type of dynamics that we have to think about. So that in that particular issue, like which was raised in Parliament, the law allows the court to assess like which province or village or town should be declared or should be recognized as the home of a particular sort of a suspect that we are charging or a convicted person. It's not like there will be like, okay, court will just decide, okay, maybe you are from Hagen or you are from Sipiko, and we'll send you back to Sipiko, Hagen. Or the court will have to inquire, because now there are a lot of intertribal and mixed marriages. So what does the you probably ask the convicted person, like where he or she feels like is a home or his home. Then we'll make the exclusion order. Okay, you go and stay in this particular province or particular town for maybe a number of whatever terms that we have given the exclusion order. Best thing is don't break the law. I mean, nobody should. If you not breaking the law, you are not involved in very violent crime, inhuman type of act, and damaging public property or not following municipal laws. The laws of urban authorities, they are important for the maintenance of the cities and towns. So if you are choosing to live in those cities and towns, you must respect the law. So we need residents of the city to be in compliance with the laws and regulations that apply in the urban centers. Then everybody will be okay. We don't have to worry about the Vagrancy Act. It's like it doesn't exist. Yeah.